it didn't fall down. Chris Ringham, who used to be at the theater here, asked me to come over so that he could retire and take the directing duties from him. And I was here until 2005 at the theater, left briefly, came back in 2007, left again, and now I'm back again doing guest directing.
That's what it's all about. Doors and sardines. Getting the sardines on, getting the sardines off. That's farce. That's theater. That's life.
I first did a play at the Young Troupe. I played the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland when I was 13 years old, and from there I auditioned for the chorus of Guys and Dolls, and I played the drunk there when I was about 13 or 14. So I was a Skid Row bum with braces and acne. But I kind of got bitten by the theater bug then, and I did plays all throughout high school, went to film school when I graduated, came back, did some more plays when I came back, and then got sucked into a band called The Dreams, and I did that for about 10 years. And this is the first play I've done in about 12.
I've been volunteering at Strauss for probably about 10 or 11 years now. Started in, I think it was about 2002 or 3. Used to do shows over at my old church, and Kathy Webb, who was the director at Young Troupe, came and saw one of the shows and decided to ask if I wanted to audition. And ever since then, I've just been in there, every show I could possibly get.
I've stage managed, I've run the rail, I've moved props, running crew, it's about anything and everything. Build sets, you name it. Been on stage.
I was in Cats, I was Rumple Teaser, I've been in All Shook Up, I have been in Hairspray, I was Brenda. I've been in Fiddler on the Roof. I was the fiddler on the roof. I've also choreographed some shows. I've choreographed Willy Wonka, Peter Pan, Wizard of Oz, back to the 80s. So that's my big hobby, is choreographing.
Let's see. I was in Annie Get Your Gun. That was the first show I did here, and I was probably like 8 different characters. I was in the chorus, but just anything that they needed me to do, I would do. So I was always in and out with this and that. My favorite has probably been, I was in Chicago and I did Mary Sunshine. And I remember we saw Chicago when it came to the Civic Center back in 2003, back whenever the movie came out and it was really popular and the movie won Best Picture. And I was actually sitting right beside Scott, and I saw that part, and I didn't know, like the whole time I didn't know it was for a guy. And at the end, whenever they take the wig off and it's a guy, and I looked at him and I was like, if we ever do that show, like, I want that part. And he was like, well, we're gonna do it. It's because it's so popular right now. So anyway, that's probably been my favorite. But I was also in Oscar and Felix. I was in Sugar, Some Like It Hot, Auntie May. Most of the time we've been in musicals, because that's kind of what we do here, is a lot of musicals. But I've always been this type of physical humor. Grew up watching Three's Company. I like slapstick sort of stuff. So when I was in college and I did theater, that's kind of what I trained myself to do. And so it's very exciting to be able to actually do a show that kind of is a little bit more towards my talent, because I'm not a singer.
Well, I was kind of late in the game with my run-in with theater. The school that I went to in high school, we didn't have a theater program. And my very last semester at ULM, I saw a flyer for the Miss Firecracker Contest show, and they were having auditions for it. And I said, that sounds like fun. So I went out to audition for it, and they fooled around and gave me a part in it, which was really exciting. So that was my first show that I ever did, was in 2008, the Miss Firecracker Contest. And then from there, I auditioned for a show here at Strauss called Don't Dress for Dinner, and that was the first role that I had here, and that was the very next year in 2009, and so I've been doing shows on and off here ever since then. I've also done shows at the Ruston Community Theater, and then I participate in Murder is Served, the dinner theater productions that we have here in Monroe, so I've gotten several shows under my belt since then.
My wife her first show was Footloose. and I believe that was 2006, and she got me involved. And so my first show was the next show after that, which was Misery. So October 2006, somewhere in there, that was my first experience with theater. We had always come to see shows, but we had, and we would always say, man, we'd like to be in a show, that'd be great fun. But we never were in the loop. And so finally we had gotten in the loop somehow, and ever since then it's just kind of steamrolled.
Well, when I was a kid, younger, teenage, whatever, I came up and did a lot of the Christmas shows and volunteered then. And then I kind of fell out of it, got married, had children, did that whole bit. And so, like I said, I've recently come back just for about 4 years now. So.
During the summertime, when we were doing ice capades and whatnot, we used to work a lot with the Stuntmen's Association in LA. And I would do a lot of training, timing, and resistance training for some of their actors and stuff. They were doing that, Ralph Macchio. They decided they needed a poster to put at the LA theaters. That's when theaters really put up a poster for every show, special posters. Well, they quickly were saying, okay, stand on this, we have an idea, do the cat. And he couldn't balance on thing, and it got to be funny. So I got up there and was showing him. They took a picture of me doing it, and that's the one that was in the original poster. They just kind of did it as a shadow and changed a little bit. I think the hair was different or something like that. So you can't tell it's me and you can't tell it's him either. But I saw him 25 years later, and we still joke about it. He's going, poster boy. And I'm going, poster boy for Ralph Macchio. It was like, okay, no, thanks. I don't want to be known for that.